Mia cucina in Italian means my kitchen. E la prima cosa che devo fare è prendere il fadale. The first thing that we need to do is to put on the fadale. And I have a beautiful one. I love giraffes and this is me and you. We are one. We are one. We need to stop thinking that we are separated. We are all one. Okay guys, I have a delicious meal to show you today. This is chicken with tarragon, rice, and asparagus, and it is delicious. You know, asparagus is so wonderful for our health, and I'm going to be using tarragon, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my pan to get hot, and I have it on high, because I want this to get hot. You know, tarragon, it's a beautiful, it has like a licorice taste, and it's full of antioxidants. It's wonderful for your health. And I'm going to be utilizing quite a bit of this, 2 to 3 tablespoons. In my case, I probably will use a little bit more. But this is what I'm going to be utilizing. What I have here is I have a half of red onion. I grow my own peppers. And I have a small little red pepper and a small green pepper that I'm going to utilize. You don't have to utilize if you don't have the pepper. The red onion will just do. I have a tablespoon of black pepper and a tablespoon of salt. And then what I have under here, ta-da! Ta-da! Is the chicken. And what I did is I'm going to mix together the salt and pepper so I can take you step by step. I'm going to put this on the side because what I have here is 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. I know it's a lot, but we have a lot to do. So I want to make sure that I get my wonderful olive oil in here with my butter. This is going to give us such a delicious flavor in everything. I am not going to coat the chicken. I'm just going to salt and pepper the chicken. Hello, you beautiful people out there. I see you. We are live. I can't necessarily have my glasses, but I think I see Vicky, and I see the other Vicky, and I see Nick, and I see all these beautiful people. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Blessings to all of you. Okay, so now that this is going on here, we're done with this. You see how I clean this guy out. I want this to get nice and hot. And I'm going to mix my olive oil with my butter. And now I'm going to take the salt and pepper, and I'm just going to take my chicken. And what I did is I took a regular breast, and then I just sliced it myself. If you don't want to do that, don't worry about it. Have your butcher do it. Okay, so now that this is nice and hot, I'm going to get my chicken that I have it very well dry, and I'm going to put the seasoned part down into the beautiful butter and olive oil, because what we're going to do, what this is browning, guys, here, I don't want to get the paper, because it gets a little sticky. Try to, when you guys do this, you know, to make sure that you're making it nice and thin, okay? Because what we are going to do is we're going to brown these guys, and then we are going to bring them back. So what I want to do is, that's why it's so important to cut them and get a big enough pan so you can, put them all in, and and don't discard the little pieces that they don't match. It doesn't have to be perfect. We don't have to be perfect. We are perfectly imperfect. That's how we are. I mean, that's how I like to think I am. Because we have to toot our own horn, guys. Don't wait for somebody else to be hooting your own horn. You are responsible for your happiness. So make yourself happy. Life is so short, and there's so much going on in the world. and we, you know, and we need to be very grateful that we are still alive and we're still kicking and going here. Okay, so now I am done with this entire transaction. Boom, da-da. I like to put paper underneath because I want to use my board. So then now that I have this on as high as it goes, because I want to brown this, make sure that you get yourself some foil and something to move this into, because we're going to cover it. What I've done is I cooked some regular white rice, or you can use basmati, whatever rice. It's my husband and I, this is what we're going to be doing for lunch. We like to have a very big lunch, and then whatever's left over, you know, we'll have that for leftover. So I had already cooked some rice that I have here, and what I did is I cooked this last night. And then this morning I just added a little bit of water just to kind of plump it up a little, okay? And then what I have here is that I took some asparagus. I steamed them. No salt went in this, just steamed them. And then I did this last night. So you can actually get yourself organized. So then that way when you come home, this is going to go really fast for you, for all your moms out there. Alrighty, so then in the meantime, remember we have the half an onion, the little red pepper, the little green pepper. I still have some salt and pepper, which what I want to do now is that I am going to salt the other side, because remember we put the seasoned side down in the beautiful olive oil, and I don't mind using the whole entire thing because there's not a lot of, you know, I don't like to use a lot of salt, because salt retains water. It can also, you know, make your blood pressure go up. Hey. Okay, what I have here is a half a cup of cream, and this is an organic cream. If you don't want to use organic cream, you can use coconut cream. I also have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, a teaspoon of salt and pepper, and this is what's going to make our sauce for later. So now I am going to turn my little guys over because that's how quick they go, and they're looking beautiful. They're browning very lovely. Because as these guys are doing their thing, I'm turning them over right now. This guy does not want to turn over. He's like, you know, I just don't want to deal with this today. Well, I'm sorry, little chicken. You know, I'm going to just turn you over. And besides, you're in such a lovely bath, a nice bath of olive oil and garlic. I mean, not garlic, but butter. All right, so now that this is continuing to do this thing, I am going to take over here my beautiful tarragon. You know, and tarragon makes this dish so tasty. And I'm just pulling the leaves together. I'm not going to use the stem because it's kind of hard. And I think I have... Yes, I have a little bit that is down here. And now what I want to do with this, because this is going to go very quick, guys. This is the biggest thing. So then while that is doing its thing, remember we have this that we're going to transfer it, which now it's time for me to transfer. They're nice and golden. You see that? It goes very, very quickly. Very, very fast, because what we are going to do in the same pan, because we're building flavor upon flavor, is we are going to be sauteing in just a minute. If I can get these chickens are not collaborating today. Hey, you, come over here. Where you go? Okay, so I'm just going to cover this real quick, put that on the side. I'm going to take my onions, my peppers, all in here. Because remember, we have this here. Let me use this. I'm using my hands. But it's okay. You want to use your hands? Use your hands. Hey, who's going to care? Hey! Okay, we're done. All right, so now we still have the salt and pepper. Remember the teaspoon salt and pepper, the 2 tablespoons of olive oil, the rice, and the wonderful asparagus. Okay, because as you can see, this is going super fast. I'm going to turn my little fire down here, because I don't want anything to burn. Oh yes, baby. Oh, it smells so wonderful. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my wonderful lemon. My salt and pepper is going to go right in here like so. I'm still going to turn this down more and more and more. And now, like I said, this is going to go very quick. I am going to start chopping my wonderful tarragon. that's going to make this dish come alive. And it's so tasty, you guys. You know, I cannot remember where I had this dish. I don't know if it was in France, and I remembered it. And I came home and I recreated it because it was so tasty. Now I want to take all of the tarragon right in there. Put that in there. Oh, as soon as it hits the pan, and trust me, I want to get all of this tarragon right in there. Oh, yeah. Oh, and you can smell it as soon as it hits the pan. Now, I am going to add my cream. Yes, my cream is going to go right in here like so. Like I tell you, this goes really fast. Really, really fast. So get yourself organized, because when you do it, it makes your life so much easier. Just going to use my little shifuli. Remember, I use shifuli. Well, my mom used to say shifuli. And now this beautiful sauce is coming alive. Oh my goodness gracious. Now what I want to do is I want to take my chicken and I want to add my chicken right on top of that. Just like that. With all those wonderful juices, because my chicken is going to finish cooking in this. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, wonderful. Now remember that we had the asparagus and the rice. Now the asparagus and the rice I cooked earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my platter, I'm going to turn my board around because I want to show you how we are going to do this. So take yourself a platter, get the beautiful rice, I added a little bit of water, I warmed my rice up, because what we are going to do is we're going to transfer that on top of this. Oh yes, baby. I'm going to put it right down there. Right on top of this, I am going to take, I'm just going to use my hands over here. I am just going to add my wonderful asparagus, just like that. Ooh, they're a little hot because I have warmed them up. And then now, what I have here is this beautifulness. Oh yes. Oh my goodness gracious me. And then what I'm going to do now, guys, is I am just going to shut this off. And I'm just going to put it over here. I'm going to start putting all my chicken right on top of that. It is a very delicious, flavorful dish. It's full of antioxidants. You know, the chicken is organic chicken. It's delicious. I bought it on sale. When I see things on sale, I buy 2 or 3 packages. And that's how I do it, guys. So then I'm going to continue to add that. You can barely see the rice, but it's sticking in there. Oh, yes. Woo! And then, you ready? Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this deliciousness. I want to get every bit of this deliciousness into this plate. Oh, yes. Now, I'm going to grab this paper that I have to kind of make it a little cleaner, and then I am going to bring to you what we just made in less than 15 minutes. When you organize yourself, let me bring this to you. Let me show you this chicken with wonderful tarragon sauce, asparagus and rice. What a beautiful, delicious meal. I want to thank all my beautiful sponsors. You know who you are, and I want to thank all of you for joining me. Stay kind. Stay healthy. God bless.